G'day, fellas, and welcome to Game 17 of Outback Octagon 3. We're a little bit late to the party, 2 minutes in. We had to fix up the chat, but don't worry, it's all there for you. We got ourselves a little bit of a match here on Sand Reef, and some of the best players in the business right now are in this lobby. Got some top quality content, and interestingly, we've actually got two brothers who are going to be fighting it out together. So, without further ado, let's introduce our players for today. In the north of the map, in the color purple, playing as the Rus. Representing Team Elephant, representing Team China, it's CSO. To the east of the map, playing as the Holy Roman Empire. Let's ride on board with him so that we don't get attacked all the time, because he's all by himself out here. In the color pink, playing as the Holy Roman Empire, representing the Netherlands, it's Don Ardi. To his south, in the color teal, playing as the Order of the Dragon, representing Team Fox, a member of Team Spain, of course, it's Vortex. Towards the middle of the map, we got three all next to each other. In the green, playing as the Ottomans, representing Team Australia, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. It is Pepino Pig, aka Giacchino. Looks like she's doing a little bit of early herding here with the deer. Looking good, loving it so far. Let's check in to her south. In the color blue, playing as the French, representing Team Germany, it's Avery. To his south, in the color red, playing as the English, representing Team France, it's Loralia. And in the west of the map, with a beautiful spawn for us today, on the Malians of all civilizations, representing Team Finland? I want to say Finland. It's always so hard with these guys. I'm going to be honest, I'll be casting like the 450th Kiljardi game, and I'll be like, I think this guy's probably from Scandinavia somewhere. Anyway, you guys get the picture. He's playing the Malians. He's in orange. It is Kiljardi. And our final member for this lobby, in the color yellow, playing as the Delhi Sultanate, representing Team Spain, a member of the Vortex Luciferon household, it is Luciferon 7. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sand Reef. A pleasure to have your company, and we do have ourselves a little bit of water early on in this game. Don Ardi's opening us up with a dock. We've also got Vortex opening us up with a dock, and Don's in a tough spot right now. He's got one of the best players in the lobby, Vortex, who's also on the Order of the Dragon. Keep in mind, Don's playing the Holy Roman Empire, who's got much better access to these relics. So I suspect you're going to have a nice little 1v1 over on this east side of the map. I think it's going to be difficult for Don to secure these relics. The alternative is that he just walls it off and says, I don't want to be part of this, but the problem he's going to have is Vortex is going to mean business. If I'm Don in this spot, I'm probably thinking I'm just going to go for a Burgrave. I'm just going to go for a Burgrave, and I'm just going to try and kill Vortex. And if Vortex is paying attention, I'm just going to run away. I'll go kill CSO. And if CSO is paying attention, then I'm just going to run away, and I'll go kill Giacchino. That's how he's going to do it. That's what I suspect. Because normally, when you're playing FFA, you love playing as the Holy Roman Empire. You love to be around those relics. But the reality is, you're on the edge of the map, not a whole concentration of relics, and the nearest relics you've got, the Order of the Dragon player is there. So it's a bit tough. Doesn't look like anybody's taken the south site positions or the south island position. It's a beautiful spot down here. Of course, 2 relics and a whole bunch of land. One of the things that we often see players do is they look to expand down towards this area. So, you know, as an example, maybe Loralia survives through to the 20-minute mark. She will migrate her base down here. And it makes a lot of sense. It's such a wonderful little spot. Great little defensive position. By the same token, you know, out on this little, I guess you'd call it a peninsula, on this this eastern island, Vortex has got the same thing going. Such a great little defensive spot for him. All right, well, let's check in over on the west, see how Kiljardi is doing for the moment. Age ups are going to start coming through shortly. We can see a number of players who are on the way up. First one's going to be Giacchino in the middle of the map. She's got quite a few vills here, working it slowly up with the twin minaret madrasa. We've also got Kiljardi, who's now put down his landmark and gets up at 6 minutes and 27 seconds. Not a bad little timing there for him. We've also got Vortex, who has now clicked up as well, going up with the mine work. And Don's still yet to click up. In fact, Don quite far behind his opponent, Vortex. And Vortex, keep in mind, is on water as well. So this is not a good sign for the Don. You know, he's rolled a really good civilization, but not on its best map. You know, ideally, we want to kind of play the center, and you can play the center on a map like this. The only trouble is there's a lot of people in the center. People do gravitate towards the center because you've got these nice little defensive choke points. But I think the theme throughout the games is that the center players have often been the first ones to go. So I suspect we may see that today here as well. The Tower of Victory going to be coming through for Lucifer. Loralia aging up. It's going to be the Abbey of Kings. Does she look for a second TC? Well, even if she does, she doesn't really have stone close by. So I think you got to play into what you've got or what your strength is. And in this case, it's probably going to be something to do with a fast castle age. So we'll have to wait and see what her plan is. School of Cavalry coming up for Averley here. He's definitely a bit of a piggy in the middle. Caught between two players that are both aging up well and truly before him. Rax is starting to come up here as well for Pepino Pig. So it is going to be early aggression out for her. But Vortex now with that age up. Don Artie still not yet clicked up. What is going on in the world of the Don? He's actually taken a second. Have a look at this. A second pawn with a second dock. Don, I didn't realize you're into the double dock life, but look, I'm not gonna hate, brother. It is, you know, if that's the life you want to live, then so be it. But this is a very, very late age up. The whole lobby is practically aged up here, with the exception of CSO, who's got the wooden fortress down. So doing well, getting out plenty of wood early on in this game. And the only other one is Lucifron, who does have the click up through, and well, he's now reached that second age. Of course, we've got Averley, but we know Averley's landmark is down. He's slowly working it up with these villagers here. We're going to be keeping a keen eye on the Don, as we do now here. He can technically age up. There it is in the back of the base. It is going to be the mine work. So keep in mind for Don, he's got a lot of units, right? Or a lot of economic units. So 34 economic units. Compared to Vortex, I mean, Vortex is on 31, so he's pretty evenly matched. But if I had to guess right now, who's going to be the first one out of the lobby? You might think it's somebody in the middle. I actually reckon, oh, I hate to say it. I reckon it might be Don. Oh, you hate to say it. Oh, God, Don Artie is such a favorite coming into these. He's a fan favorite. Everybody loves to watch the Don and his silly antics. You know, this guy, he is just infamous for those stupid little things that he does. But we love him. We love him because he's special. Oh, Don. Good luck, son. Good luck. All right, if we were to talk about strength or, like, best position in this game, you'd probably have to go Kiljardi, right? Like, Kiljardi, his nearest neighbors have got neighbors that are nearer. I mean, arguably, Lucifron could come for him. But it's such a nice little spot in the corner. CSO's also got a pretty good spot up here as well. Golden Gate is coming up for him. So definitely a nice... Golden Gate is amazing to have in the long run because it just allows you to constantly trade into stone. And it gives you that option for stone, you know, whether you want stone walls or a keep. The alternative, obviously, the Kremlin's going to give you access to plenty of gremlins. But Don Artie now aging up almost 4 minutes after our first person reached the feudal age. And you can see he's got a lot of vills here on the gold. He's trying his best to age up. Vortex, I think he's already clicked up. Indeed, he has. It's going to be a Regnitz Cathedral, so Don Artie might be looking to do the classic here. But I tell you what, is he scouting? He should have scouted. Where is his scout? It's a bit hard with the pink and the red. He's gone for a double stable, and they're quite far away from his main base. And this is always a troubling sign, at least early on. Oh, gosh, you hate to see this. CSO with the attack ship coming out as well. We got professional scouts coming out for Kiljardi. Have a look at this. Sorry, warrior scouts, not professional scouts. Ghazi Raiders are going to be here to defend. Now Don Artie going to be clicking up. I think it's going to be the Regnitz. It is indeed going to be the Regnitz. Oh, this is not going to be... This is going to be tough. He needs those prelates in position right now. The age up comes through, and Don Artie's probably just said to himself, oh, my lord, he's already up. Prelate, you got to run over there, brother. You got to get over there. All right, so Don's lost the water on the top side. Meanwhile, towards the west, we still have plenty of fishermen out here. Let's check in and see how Averley is doing. Pepino Pig, she's doing all right. A lot of spearmen starting to get massed up here. Looks like she's going to be sticking it out in the feudal age a little bit longer. Meanwhile, those Regnitz starting to produce all of those prelates. The first one's on the way through right now. And a bit curious that Don has left these relics for dead. Especially considering he's gone into the Regnitz. We've got walls coming across the top side as well, so he's not going to be able to secure those ones. Over towards the west corner of the map, we can see walls coming up for both of these players along the flanks, and they've got a little bit of an agreement with the DMZ here. Just making sure neither player wants to come through, and there it is now, Don aging up. Going to be looking to select or collect those relics. Let's check back in on the south, see how Loralia is doing. She's actually gone into the castle age as well. So we've got quite a few up in the castle age at the moment. 3 out of our 8 in the castle age. And a fourth one about to come up with Kiljadi and his cows. 12 cows for Kiljadi at the moment. He'll be feeling very comfortable on the Malians, that is for sure. All right, well, Lucifron, once again, you know, on the Delhi Sultanate, it's definitely the short straw when it comes to the FFA lobby. But you would argue that the long straw in this situation, you know, the Holy Roman Empire, the Order of the Dragon, haven't gone particularly well. I'd say for Vortex, if he's done the scouting, he should be able to pick up these 2 relics to the south with pretty significant ease. Now, did Don pick up this one? Yeah, Don's managed to pick up one of the relics in the middle of the map. So, not bad for him. We've got the next age up coming through. It's going to be the House of Learning for Lucifron. Let's check with CSO, because CSO's gone into the second TC. Not a whole lot of players going second TC on this map, which is kind of interesting. It's been a pretty big focus on going Castle Age. Not a lot of aggression at this stage. I mean, we do have Peppino Pig, who is building up slowly a force of infantry. We see that she's got this big, massive spears. This is obviously going to get scouted out by Averley. Averley already in the Castle Age with the Royal Institute. Lorelia to the south could look to expand her dominance. Have to wait and see what the plan is for her. But so far, a very patient opening by our players. I will say that much. Second military school going to come up here for Peppino Pig in the middle of the map. And let's check in with the Don. You can see he's going to pop the King's ability to try and spot out where all those enemy players are. Realizes once again that there is nobody at the bottom. Would have been a perfect little spot, but it's always too little too late. Now Lucifron reaches the Castle Age. So, as I mentioned before, even though you kind of got the short straw here on the Delhi Sultanate, like, the long straws aren't doing particularly well either. Like, I think it comes down a little bit more to positioning. It comes a little bit down to, you know, where players are looking, where their biases. Oh, sorry, Donati. Ain't going to be happening today, my friend. As Averley says, that is my relic, and it will not be going anywhere. Don's done his best to try and pick it up, but it gets sniped away. And you can see towards the south of the map, we do indeed have our prelates on the way. So this is going to be a great little spot here for Vortex. I think he's also making a move towards the middle, wants to try and pick up that 5th relic. And this definitely cements Vortex, if he can pick this one up, as a front runner in this game as he reaches the Imperial Age as well. It's going to be Swabia in the back of the base. It's a beautiful little spot. Oh, he steals it away right from the nose of Averley, and Averley is none the wiser. He walks back with his hands empty. Meanwhile, Vortex manages to come away from it, and you just know Averley's going to be like, hold on, where's the relic? He's holding the relic. Look, he's gone back and commanded it. Now he's thinking, why didn't you pick up the bloody relic? It's because the relic's not there, buddy. It's because the relic's not there, buddy. Take a look at this, though. We have got ourselves quite an army, and I got to say, Peppino Pig, she's doing the right thing with a neighbor that is playing the French. She has got so many bloody knights out. We don't even have, oh no, we've got a handful of archers that are out so far from Averley. The Vortex with the outposts. These are early outposts here for Vortex. Needs to be very careful about the positioning on where he puts these relics. Looks like he's going to just throw them in the outpost, but it's dangerous if you do this. I think if he does it, you want to go springald emplacement into fortification immediately. You don't want to be messing around with it. All right, well, let's check in and see how things are going. Once again, back in the middle of the map, as it looks like Don Artie has discovered... Oh, this is so tough, isn't it? This is so tough here for Peppino Pig. Because she's just managed to age up right now. She's looking to get her upgrades through, but there's a lot of men-at-arms on the way in. There's a huge amount of spears on the defense, and she's doing the right thing. She's pulling back. She wants to fight under the town center. The +2 ranged armor has come through. These men-at-arms haven't been upgraded to Castle Age. These are still technically Feudal Age men-at-arms, but they do very well. She needs to run these vills. They're going to get caught out. Plenty of knights. They're coming through. There's a beautiful spot on the back there. I don't want to watch. Oh, no. Oh, she's getting double-teamed. God, we're 15 minutes into this game, and she's already getting double-teamed. You hate to see. You really do. But unfortunately, the players in the lobby have identified a weak link, and they say, unfortunately, you've spawned between too many people, and we're going to start coming after you. And she's going to try her best to defend here. So we're going to be looking for veterancy on her spearman. We're also going to be looking for a crossbow mass, but have a look at this. Kiljadi. Oh, he's getting into motion. There is a lot of Sofa warriors coming out for him already. On the defense is going to be Lucifron. Now, remember, he is no slouch when it comes to defending. Meanwhile, looks like Vortex is going to continue expanding. How does Vortex just get left alone? I mean, he's got a great spawn, doesn't he? You know, we didn't really talk about favorites for this map, but he was definitely in a favorable position. Meanwhile, towards the north, as everybody's fighting, a single man sits here, alone in his base, just chilling out all over the place. He is absolutely fine. He's got the high trade house. He's just living his best life. He's got the fishing boats out. He's got a little bit of an army starting to build here as well, but he is fine. And you got to watch out for this guy. He's pretty high up on the ladder. He's done very well so far. I think his previous victory, actually, was when he was on the Rus. So you got to watch out. CSO knows what he's doing. And when last time he was playing on the Rus, he was playing against, if I remember correctly, he was playing against Louis MT, and he spawned right next to him, and he managed to beat him. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful of CSO. It's awfully quiet right now in the north of the map. We'll say that much. Looks like the meta's going to get sniped out here. Spears continue to move forward. Looks like, has she pulled in Janissaries? I think I hear some Janissaries now coming out. Meta's going to go down. The battering ram's going to start to work. It's magic. You're always going to be so careful in situations like this, because as soon as you start fighting, players will see it, and they'll look to come, and just like sharks in the water, they will try their best to get a piece of the action as well. Of course, at the end of the day, all they want is that king. But Avely doing his best to try and take out Giacchino now. It's not an easy spot. Now Donati's actually going to pop the king's ability, and he will be able to see that there is a fight happening underneath the town center. So he could look to come in here, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So he was looking for a bit of intel, found that intel, and now starts making his moves towards the middle of the map. He's also going to have the Imperial Age coming through as well. And towards the top side, have a look at this, as Kiljati is starting to overwhelm Lucifron. And this is one of the scary things. You know, I've played the Malians in FFA. They have so much tempo. They have so much damn tempo. And now with the second battering ram coming through, Donati looks to try and get into prime position here. Men-at-Arms, not particularly good against the Knights, but keep in mind, these are Holy Roman Empire Men-at-Arms, so they do have that ability to get upgraded with the special upgrades. But now going to surround that town center. He could just look to siege this, and that's exactly what he's going to do. King's going to run out on the backside. She's going to try and get it into the outpost. Manages to do that, but keep in mind, this outpost has got a lot less health than that town center does, and I think she may have signed her death warrant. Donati stands on top, and our first player eliminated today will unfortunately be Giacchino, as the king gets sniped out, and Avely comes up empty-handed. Meanwhile, towards the north, Lucifron says, hey, Peppino, don't go too far. I'm right here. Poor Lucifron. He's trying his best to hold on, but the army size from Kiljati is massive here. Unfortunate for Peppino. She spawned right in the middle. She was hoping she'd get a little bit of space, but obviously didn't get a whole lot. Now CSO, look at this. The snakes, the sharks are trying their best to get any bit of action that they can. And Lucifron just knows he's in trouble. He's really in trouble at this point. Look at this. He didn't actually go... Did he transport ship? Yeah, he transport shipped. Look at this. He's transport dropping. Donati now with the Imperial Age coming through. Swabia is online. Meanwhile, this whole time, Lucifron, or rather Vortex, I could say Lucifron's brother Vortex, has just been picking up relic after relic after relic. He's on 5 relics now. He doesn't have any kills, but, you know, give the man a couple minutes and he will be thinking about it. And now underneath the town center, Lucifron holding on for dear life. A classic case of, well, you spawned between 2 ferns, and now you've got 2 problems. Meanwhile, towards the south, Loralia is biding her time. Army is starting to build up here. She's got a bit of a migration coming on the south side as well. Ideally, oh, that's a big army from Avely. Keep in mind, Avely's been fishing this whole game, whereas Loralia has only recently, I don't want to say recently, but hasn't been going as hard as Avely has. Avely's been fishing out the wazoo. Over towards the east, we've got ourselves a couple of Carracks. Vortex is going to start making mogul moves out here. And now, towards the base of Lucifron, the sharks continue circling. All the lumber camps get deleted. He's trying to put some emergency keeps down. Doesn't have a whole lot of time here. He knows he's in trouble. Wants to try and buy a little bit more time. Ville's going to jump inside the town center. Whole bunch of them left outside in the cold as they get mauled by the sofa warriors here of Kiljati. That was an English king. Do not fret, ladies and gentlemen. That was an English king. It was not the real. It was not the real deal. Even though it makes me shudder when I hear that sound. Lucifron holding on for dear life. The keeps. He's trying to get the keeper online, but CSO's not going to allow it. He's going to stop it. Kiljati reaches the Imperial Age. And meanwhile, down towards the south side, Loralia, she's under pressure. She does have the ability to move the king into the White Tower. And the Carracks are going to start moving forward over on that east front. Underneath the town center, the fight continues. The villagers have been mauled. There's a handful of crossbows in a choke point. But that is about it. And the White Tower is actually getting focused down. There are so many rams underneath here. Nothing to burn them down. So he might have to, well, she might have to think about trying to siege it. Not going to be the case. The White Tower will go down here. And with that, there is only one landmark that can hold that king inside. And it's going to be the town center. Meanwhile, back towards the base of Lucifron, and CSO together with Kiljardi have decided, well, you know, there's only one shark big enough to take out this guy. And they're doing their best to try and determine who that shark is, but it looks like it may indeed be Kiljardi who's going to be trying his best to take it. King still inside the town center. He's got nowhere to run at this point. Loralia, whoop, I apologize, we missed it. The king was going for a run, and he got caught out. I think the archers may have sniped him out, and that is going to be Kiljardi taking out Lucifron 7. Meanwhile, towards the south, oh lord, Don's in trouble. Oh my lord, oh gosh, we got ourselves a race in the base. Don Hardy in the face is going to be taking some punishment. We're going to try and capture them both. There's the king out, going to go down on the side of Don. Also going to be going down, and that right there, I'm not going to call that a king miss. We knew exactly what was happening here. But I definitely missed this one on the top side. Now have a look at this. CSO's looking to punish Kiljardi. He says, hey, that was my kill. You've wronged me here. Don Hardy goes down as well, and that's going to be a huge loss for him. He was expecting big things. He rolled one of the best FFA civilizations, but it was just a case of not really recognizing that, you know, Vortex over on that east corner had priority when it came to the relics. I think had Don gone into a Burgrave, he 100% could have taken out Vortex, could have followed up with the next kill onto somebody in the middle. So that's going to be one kill over to Averley. That's one kill for Don, one kill for Vortex. We've got another kill for Kiljardi. There's been a lot of people going down so far in this game. There are only 4 that remain. If you had to give an advantage to anybody, oh gosh, this is a hard one. Because you've got, this is what happens on this map every single time. If you're a player and you're watching this and like trying to study something or trying to understand this map a little bit better, I would say that the players that are on the edges of the map seem to have a much better chance of surviving, especially in the corners. And this is something that I've noticed throughout the games, and players will fight to the death for those corner spots. I remember, was it, we had Lucifron here who was fighting against maybe Corvinus, I want to say, in one of the first games here, and they were just sticking it. They were like, you know what, no, I want this town center. This is my location. So they definitely know how important it is to have these prime locations, these prime real estate locations. But let's check in with the king and see where he's at. The king is still inside the main town center, and now CSO is going to be looking to make moves. He's got a whole bunch of elite knights. Look at the upgrades on them. 384 health on these bad boys. I think they've actually got more health than a royal knight. I'm pretty sure a royal knight is got like, it's got 364 or something. 322. Oh, I don't know. 322. Yeah, it sounds like I might be right. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But I feel like that is more than the French royal knight. Maybe not after the update, because obviously we've had a bit of an update since. All right, poison arrows going to be firing off here from the elite archers. Should be able to shred through that armor without too much of a hassle. And now, speaking of shredding, take a look at this as the keep is under pressure. We got ourselves a couple of 1v1s. No one getting double teamed at this stage of the game. Players are just looking to defend, and somehow, some way, Kiljardi is getting overrun by the army of CSO. And look at this, CSO is not stepping down. There are so many more reinforcements coming through. And was it just the fact that what happened here? Why did this wall go down? I don't even know how or why this wall went down. It looks like it was under construction when it was happening. It was just, it just wasn't fast enough. And have a look at this. He's in trouble. CSO has got a tempo lead now. Huge advantage. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, the defense is coming through Averley. This might be a quick game, ladies and gentlemen. We're 25 minutes through this game. But if anything, there is going to be a bit of a steamroll happening. The question is going to be about whether CSO is going to be able to kill Kiljardi fast enough. Because now he's kind of stuck. Because as we missed that king kill that we kind of knew was certain, he was going for a run from the keep to the town center. I thought I had time. We did not, because the crossbowmen, the elite gilded crossbowmen, are here. The trouble that CSO is going to have is that Vortex has got too much of a lead. How do you stop this runaway freight train? And the answer is, unfortunately, that you need to keep Kiljardi alive. The trouble is, he's doing his best to take out Kiljardi, and every second that Kiljardi spends alive is 1 second less he can spend defending or prepping that defense. Now, he does have the Spasskaya Tower on this eastern front. He does have the stone wall that's up, so he buys himself a little bit of time. And as long as he's got some way to defend his shoreline, he should be okay for the most part. But eventually, you will get through, and we can see that already moves are starting to be made towards this north side of the map. Town center Still with the king inside. You know that CSO is 100% just paying full attention to this right now, constantly rallying units out here. He knows he needs to get rid of this king. But on the defensive, Kiljardi, there's the king. He's making a run for it. Has he spotted it? He spotted the king, but unfortunately, the king has got enough legs on him to make his way to the fort of the Huntress. And now he's got another 5,000 health to work through. A little bit of a mistake right there from CSO not covering that exit. It could have been an easy cover for him. Could have got the block through. Now, towards that top side, the troops are beginning to mobilize. I wouldn't be surprised if Vortex starts to look to put down those siege workshops and prepare himself for this inevitable attack on the north. Meanwhile, towards the south, the outpost is going to focus that down first. He says, I don't want any silly shenanigans here. Let's just deal with this the good old-fashioned way. And this is a really tough spot because it's one of the cases where, in my opinion, CSO needs to keep Kiljardi alive. Otherwise, he's just going to get run over. Like, look at the numbers from Vortex. He's 273 out of 300. He's already eclipsed the potential that CSO can go to. He's got a huge army, a huge economy, massive amount of relics. He's got 5 relics in the bag, and all he's doing is adding to it right now. So it's just a case of like, you know, Kiljardi's going to go down, CSO's going to kill him, but then I can't help but feel like CSO's just going to roll over and die straight away as well. You know, the dominoes have just fallen very unfortunately for him in this game. But I gotta say, I mean, it was just a flawless game from Vortex at this stage. I can't help but feel like had Don already realized that, hold on a minute. Now, of course, we've got Omnivision. We see absolutely everything, so we know the facts at any given moment. But maybe if Don had realized where the relics spawn and how they spawn, he could have actually thought about maybe going for a Burgrave or walling out those relics or trying to contest them a little bit better. But unfortunately, the Fort of the Huntress will go down, but at what cost? The kill will be picked up here, and Kiljardi will go out of the game. And of course, that means there were only 2, ladies and gentlemen, in the east of the map, in the Galateo. As the Order of the Dragon, currently 14,000 score, and definitely the favorite to win the game. It's Vortex. And in the north of the map, currently 9,000 score, just getting his first kill this game. It's going to be CSO. He tries his best to defend. He's actually switching these over. It's got to be Demoships that he's switching. He's gone a little bit early. He's jumped the shark. He could have come in here and got some decent damage off, but it's not going to be the case. He's just kind of hovering here. I suspect it's got to be Demoships that he's switching to, right? There's no other way. Oh, he's going for attack ships. He is going to go for into attack ships here. We got the Demoship. Oh, you got the Demoship. Oh, okay. All right, I like the potential here. Spatskaya Tower. It's got the one villager inside to pretend like it's a king. Meanwhile, fishing boats down on the south side. I'd be bringing all these bad boys back home and turning them all into demo ships. And now that second layer of stone walls is starting to come up here. CSO knows he needs to buy time. He's got a little bit of extra population space. The only problem is he's got 2 relics compared to his opponent's 5, and now the sacred sites have been taken as well. Oh, yeah, hate to see it. He's got a couple of vills here in the middle. He could just stand on top of these sacred sites and he'd be okay. But now, looking to break through. Where are the rest of those cavalry units? Hold on. Where's the cav? Did CSO not have a huge amount of cavalry? Demo ships coming through. Demo ships coming through. Demo ships. Oh, he's managed to find his way around the corner. You can use this. Oh, this is sick. You can use this the same way that you use... Wait, hold on. They can get on top of those stone walls. Is he trying to bait them in with the... Okay, all right, okay. Hits the battering rams. Nicely done. We've got demo ships that appear to be shoot. Oh, wow, okay. The Gilded Crossbowmen not messing around right there. And Sacred Site has now been lost. We've lost the Sacred Site in the south very, very quickly. Keep is attempting to come up online. I don't know where all of those cavalry units went. There is so many damn units here for Vortex, and you got to remember, these are gilded units. These are not normal units. These are gilded units, so this army is technically twice as big as it looks. And immediately, the attack ship's getting taken out. And you can see he's trying to find a way through, but the elite crossbows are way too strong. The Gilded Crossbowmen have got that extra range. Demo ship doesn't manage to find it. The connection is not successful. And with him passing across the small little crossing here, you can't help but feel like Vortex is about to take out CSO. The king is not far away. Where's that king? He's in the secondary town center here for CSO. Doing his best to hold on in this game. Meanwhile, more knights are coming through, looking to try and pick up the reinforcements. Definitely the smart move, because I don't think you can take him head on. But I don't know how you deal with this right now. Like, the king is absolutely dead here. Manganelli's going to try. Gets a little bit of damage there. Second Mangonel. Keep in mind he's got Bodkin bolts on these bad boys as well. They do plus 20 versus Siege. And now that town center is under threat. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that might be game 17 of Outback Octagon 3. Vortex comes through like an absolute steamroller on Order of the Dragon and picks up the W. Wow. What a performance there by him. Absolutely perfect game. Spawned in the corner, got an isolated position, and just looked to ram it home. Did an incredible job there. Managed to snipe away a lot of the relics early on. Got a great Imperial timing. Went straight with Swabia up to the Imperial Age and just boomed his little heart out. And then managed to pick up a couple of kills and just converted incredibly well. So you can see right there, he was an absolute freight train running away. So very well played from him. Now, before we go, I want to show you guys the scores. Now, that is not including the updates from this game. I don't think so, because I've seen a lot of comments on YouTube that are asking to see the score. So let's go over and check the leaderboard just to show you where we're currently at after game 16. So that was before this game started. All right, so this is the scoreboard on where we're at as of the previous round's end. So Puppy Paw, Beastie, and Marine Lord currently rank 1, 2, and 3. These guys are pretty far ahead of the rest of the pack, but CSO, Baltoon, and Wham are hot on their tails. Keep in mind that this is only round 3 of the group stage starting. We've still got this round and round 4 as well to go, and then they'll go on to the finals. But it'll only be the people on your left that will be able to make it to the finals. The people on the right, we'll be getting rid of those guys for the finals. So anyway, we'll leave it there, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching Outback Octagon 3, Episode 17.